Hola chicos, es la señora Ver. Aquí tenemos hoy nuestro primer tutorial de gramática, ¿sí? Vamos a completar este tutorial parcialmente en español, parcialmente en inglés. I'm going to be going back and forth between both languages to explain some grammatical topics. I like to record these as a tutorial so that we can always have them to reference back in case you need them for future reference, okay? So, I'm going to clarify a couple of points just so that we're all on the same page, okay? Vamos a tomar notas, pero en español. Notas is kind of a cognate Spanish Spanglish. Notas really natively in the language refers to your grades. So let's try to eliminate the usage of notas to refer to our notes in our notebook, and we are going to start referring to them as apuntes. Okay, so I want you to remember that expression, apuntes. Now, I must say, I'm guilty sometimes of using notas a lot because I usually like to use the cognate, especially for my lower level Spanish, so they understand what I'm talking about. But the word really for taking notes in a notebook, handwritten notes, is apuntes, okay? We're going to tackle a little bit of grammar. We got to get a little bit specific. We've been doing pretérito imperfecto with the whole art unit, referencing back to people's lives, events, things that happened in the past, okay? I want to review the next three topics because I want to use them together in a charlemos. And nobody speaks in just one tense. We are always mixing up tenses because we are going back and forth between different events that happen in our life, okay? So, first thing, some of you may already know this, but I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Sometimes some of you forget what this conjugation chart means, okay? I'm going to be using this a lot for verbs and tenses, and I want everybody to be knowledgeable of what it represents. This is a conjugation chart. Anytime we take a verb and we switch it to fit the person that we're talking about, we usually use this chart as a visual guide for that, okay? Anything that goes in this part is yo. When I talk about myself, whatever verb form is going to be seen in this part. Here is tú, here is él, ella, and occasionally usted, because the formal you is also the same as él o ella. Here we have nosotros o nosotras. Here we have vosotros o vosotras, which is only used in Spain. We don't use it, but the Barcelona exchange kids are going to use it when they come. And we have ellos, ellas, and ustedes, when I refer to you all. And vosotros is the equivalent of ustedes. It's just that this is what we use in Spain, which we're not using it here in the U.S., and this is the form that we use here in the U.S., okay? So, let me get to the three topics I want to review. I want to review el presente. I know you guys know this, so this will be quick. Versus el presente perfecto, which, in my opinion, is kind of a misnomer because it's not really present. We'll get to that in a second. Versus el condicional, okay? Why am I reviewing these three? Because if I want to say something that I do now, as opposed to saying, expressing something that I have done, as opposed to something that I may do or will do, I'm probably going to be using these three tenses to do that, okay? So, let's get to it. These should sound familiar to you. We are reviewing this for accuracy, okay? So, let's do our conjugation charts. You can go ahead and do those with me. AR, ER and IR verbs. Now, probably here we're just going to see regulars. Then we have to be aware of the irregulars, but we'll tackle that a little bit differently, okay? So, for present tense, if your verb ends in AR, it's o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Okay, AR verb, A, and all your forms. Remember, this is yo, tú, etc. Okay? We don't usually repeat the subject pronouns. No need, right? You know that o is yo, tú is as, etc. Okay, understood. ER, o, es, e, hemos, es, en. For IR verbs is o, es, e, en. Why am I doing the boot here, this little L? Because it's similar to ER. The only ones that change are the ones outside the boot. Imos and is. Okay? So, that's just quick review for accuracy. Okay? Presente Perfecto. You should have done this probably Español 3, 4, 4 probablemente, pero any tense that you see that has the word perfecto usually is going to have some form of the verb haber. Okay? Haber is to have, as in the expression, let's say, I have done. Yo he hecho. That means exactly I have done. See? But I think it's a misnomer. When we say we have done something, we probably did it in the past. The reason we call it the present perfect is because this haber is in the present. Now remember, haber means to have, but not as a possession. Like I can't say yo hago un marcador. I have a marker. I have to say yo tengo un marcador. Haber is to have, but it's an auxiliary verb. Okay? Auxiliary verb, meaning it helps us in expressing something else. Okay? You're going to see this a lot. We'll get into it in more detail, but for the moment, for the present perfect, any tense that is called perfect has always two parts. It has some form of conjugation of the verb haber. In this case, we're going to have haber conjugated in the present tense, plus what we call a past participle. Now, what does that mean? It means it's a form of the verb that tells me that you did something in the past, okay? Let's say, AR, if I want to say, yo he hablado con mi profesor de matemáticas. I have spoken to my Spanish teacher, to my math teacher. I hope some of you remember this. If not, this is the deal. Anytime you use present perfect and you want to say that you have done something, you got to give me some form of the verb and then the done portion of the verb. If your verb ends in AR, you change it to ado. Por ejemplo, yo he hablado, he sacado, he estudiado, he comprado, etc. See? If your verb ends in ER or IR, you change it to ido. Like, he leído, he venido. There are a lot of irregulars in this past participle. Beware. You probably remember some of these too from before. We are going to get a full list of this eventually. But now, I'm just outlining it and reviewing it so that we can use it in our next charlemos. So, haber in the present tense is yo he, tú has, él, ella, usted ha, nosotros hemos, vosotros habéis, ellos, ellas, ustedes han. Muy bien. Okay. El condicional. Condicional, chicos. It is one of the easiest tenses to create. Okay? Why is it conditional? Because if I say, let's say a very common expression, me gustaría, me gustaría, I would like. Why is it conditional? Well, I can say, me gustaría ir a Puerto Rico. I would like to do it, but I need the conditions for it to happen, right? It hasn't happened yet. So there's a bunch of conditions that have to put in place for me to go visit Puerto Rico. I would like to go. Me gustaría visitar Puerto Rico. Muy bien. So the good thing is, as opposed to these that you got to drop the AR or the ER, IR part, for example, present tense, or here where you got to take the verb haber and do this to it, conjugate it, and then change the AR to ado or ido. Condicional is stupid easy, okay? Mira. Let's say for an AR verb, you do not remove the ending. Do not remove ending. It's one of the few tenses that you do not have to do that. Okay, so hablar, you just add ia. Comer. Guess what? You just add ia. Vivir. IR. Guess what? You just add ia. Ay, Dios mío, it is so easy. Oh my God. Okay, and this is one of those things that you can use at any opportunity to say, I would like, okay? Or I will do, I would do. See, let's be more specific. I would do. Okay, atención, miren. Let me give you an example for what I want to use it with you guys en el charlemos. Let's say, if I ask you, ¿qué deportes, qué actividades físicas haces ahora? Bueno, yo ahora, ahora camino mucho, ¿sí? Ahora camino mucho. Yo he montado en monopatín. Sí, he montado en monopatín, and that's true. I walk some now, but I did skateboard in my youngin' days. Yo camino ahora. He montado en monopatín en mi pasado, pero yo esquiaría si tengo la oportunidad, ¿no? Si tengo la oportunidad, yo esquiaría. So, I'm kind of expressing here what I do now. Now I walk, right? Yo camino ahora. I've skateboarded in the past, and si tengo la oportunidad, if I have the opportunity, I'd like to ski. I'd like to try it out. Okay? So, atención. For the moment, let's leave it at that so this doesn't get too long. Make sure to take these notes. Show me your notes. Okay? That's how you're going to get credit for completing this video. All right, chicos. Adios.